Or do you want to show from your side?
Mm-hmm.
It's a print. You can share. I have a look. In mathematics or physics?
Physics.
Oh, physics. Oh, yes, yes. You have these 4 questions, 4 options, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have 4 options of this relativity.
One's in quantum, I think.
Quantum, yes. Yeah, you depend on your interest or which is
Yeah. So we
yeah,
have
special
to
relativity. Yeah, I say that two options, you can choose one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
The claim must be related to Unit 4 subject. Have you started all of them? Quantum, nuclear fission. You have started nuclear fission, yeah.
Since we've done a little bit of it, we can just do the thing because it doesn't really need this assignment doesn't need you to really understand.
Yeah, you need to read the article, right? You
and then find data.
Find out. So this claim are very extreme, right?
Mm-hmm.
So probably they are not should be. You can write something about it, right? This claim sounds extreme, irrelevant. Yes, the first one I don't think is completely irrelevant. Depending on how you talk about this consequence, because special relativity contains several predictions, right? Unfortunately, the first two, the time dilation, length contraction, unfortunately, these 2 phenomena can hardly be testified or relevant to the daily life. That is true, because we all moving at a much slower speed compared with light speed. So you can, to some degree, you can say that it is it's not in daily life, but in understand our universe, right? Oh yes, I think in that case, if you read something, you will find that special relativity is relevant to our understanding of universe. And you can also say our understanding of the universe depend on different space-time conception we use. According to Einstein, anything moves faster, then we have to consider his formula. Otherwise, we don't have to. For example, when we describe the solar system, for example, right? And even we discuss the galaxy we observed, right? We still can use Newton's idea, namely the gravitational force makes different heavenly body attract to each other. By the way, which one do you choose? The first one or last?
I think I'm going to do this one.
The second one, right? Then in that case, we just focus on your choice, all right? And because relativity is, if we don't choose, we just focus. There's no point to discuss others, all right? So if you consider the nuclear fusion is the solution to current engine crisis,
I could either do this one or this one.
Particle accelerator plays a vital role for in modern healthcare. Yeah, you can consider, but I can discuss some background. So nuclear fusion, what is the fusion? Do you know the fusion? It's the fusion, the small nuclei joined together, such as hydrogen and its isotope. They form the intermediate nuclei. So that is a fusion, like a hydrogen bomb. You see, it's different from fission. Fission is the division of nuclei, but the fusion is a concrete. The small nuclei form intermediate size nuclei.
Yeah.
Of course, during which this happens in the star. You see, like our sun. Nuclear fission happen all the time. At least this is our hypothesis. That is how energy can be generated on the sun, by the sun all the time because of this nuclear fusion happening. But whether this fusion can be energy can be utilized peacefully and remain to be seen. I think you have noticed that in recent year or even this year, they have some headline news. You can check that, saying that the group of the research in UK who is doing the nuclear fusion study, they have made some progress, but this progress is not necessarily a guarantee for the current energy crisis. Right? It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Nuclear fission can be initiated by nuclear fusion, that is hydrogen bomb, you see, but that is uncontrollable. Okay, it's you can that kind of energy generation is too powerful because they can destroy anything.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to make this fusion nuclear energy peacefully for the peaceful use, then we have to wait. Therefore, there's no guarantee. At the moment,
Mm-hmm.
well, if you can solve the current, we have energy crisis, true, but whether that is the only direction remain to be discussed. I don't think so, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was boy, people are talking about fusion energy now, but nothing happened. Nothing really important. Now, no noticeable progress had been made. That's 50 years ago. So I don't think nuclear fusion can be realized in the next century also.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, if you want to study these topics, you can look at the history of from the discovery of fusion to hydrogen bomb, and then to the peaceful study how to initiate fusion in a controllable way. If anything out of control, it would be disaster, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because if
is that what happened in Chernobyl?
No, Chernobyl, that's Ukraine. That side is former Soviet Union built. This is used. They didn't use fusion. They use fission.
Mm-hmm.
The fission. So this fission is different type of nuclear reaction. Fission is division of nuclear.
Yeah.
And fusion is a combination of small nuclear. So that is not a good example because that is irrelevant. This is although it is nuclear power, but it is come from the nuclear fission, right? Fusion is more powerful and more economical because in terms of the energy density, right? If you how much for example, because we have abundant of hydrogen, water, right? So Earth, 2/3 surface is covered by water. So there's no shortage of hydrogen atom. But personally, you can do some research to see how far this UK group has done. All right, they make the claim that sounds as they have getting they're approaching to the goal closer now. But who knows? I mean, this is just the headline news, right? Maybe they are in shortage of funding, so they make this cry. See, because it's for the government or for any government to invest this kind of research is a risk, because there's no guarantee time-wise, right? And so therefore, that is that's a little bit of background. Any question?
No. I was thinking I would compare it to another type of energy we have right now.
The last one, practical accelerator plays a vital role in modern healthcare. It can, for some disease, for some scarce problem, yes, but not for all, right? Modern healthcare problems, some of them are psychological, not necessarily physical, right? Physiological. So for cancer, for tumor, yes, they can target. They can combine with chemotherapy to treat some extreme disease such as tumor. Yeah. But this, but inevitably they have side effect because they can hardly target individual or cancer cells, right? That is another issue. So play a vital role in the modern healthcare. Sometimes we don't have to use accelerator. Even the nuclear decay, spontaneous nuclear decay, can be used to treat for the treatment, like alpha particle. See, alpha particle, beta particle, and gamma particle. We don't have to use accelerator for the treatment purpose. And the idea, I think these have some, the person who proposed to write this claim, they have some agenda, if you want to know, because nowadays you see there's a debate. It's always controversial to whether humans should spend a lot of money to build a large particle accelerator to start the elementary particle like quarks and Higgs, which are invented by theoretical physicists, which is not a real particle. It's just a theoretical hypothesis, right? So therefore, you see, from time to time, you will see the government, especially the United States government, they cancel their project, right? For example, originally determined to build a large colliders or accelerator for their particle physics study. And in halfway, people realize the budget is just goes sky high, okay? And they have to stop them, they have to cancel them. So therefore, people trying in particle, therefore, some physicists in particle physics will just create these ideas for public, for appeal, for their support. See, namely, they say, well, we're not just studying these hypothetical particles like quark and Higgs particles. We can apply the accelerator to for the for healthcare purpose, right? So that is why I think why this claim is there. Some people make this claim because they say by building this accelerator for starting particle physics, and human can accumulate knowledge and control to build a more sensitive or how to say versatile accelerator. Maybe we can use this, we can transfer this technology for the future healthcare purpose. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So of course, I'm personally critical, but that doesn't stop you to look at this issue, right? I just trying to work out some logical rationale behind this claim, right? And so the first one, the nuclear fission, I think is ideal. Okay, it's whether we can realize this peaceful use control in a controllable way of nuclear fusion energy, and there's remain to be discovered. So there's no guarantee. Of course, if we could realize this one day, then of course we will have no shortage of energy, because this is basically they have generated a lot of heat, thermal energy, right? We can use this clean energy, no carbon dioxide, no pollution, and you can use this energy to generate electricity for the electrical car or for the industry, for the commercial, residential. Yeah, no doubt about that, if we could. But the question is that it is extremely difficult, if not impossible. But I don't think they are talking about this side. Okay, I'm trying to today give you some background, not how to actually write do this research. You can forget about what I introduced. Just assume if human can one day realize this type of energy, nuclear energy, then of course, it can no problem to solve the current, not just current energy crisis, but for forever, because there's so much raw material, right? Clean material. But I don't know how far you can balance this this reality and also the expectation. That is something you have to do. So what is the requirement to complete the task? That is criteria, right?
Yeah.
Select claim to evaluate. Say, well, we'll do some evaluation now, right? Identify the relevant scientific concept associated with the scheme. So we have mentioned the concept, right? In the first place, you have to understand what nuclear fusion, different from the compared with the fission, right? Fusion. And in what is the last one? Last one, nuclear accelerator. Yes, you have to. You certainly that accelerated particle can be used to destroy any cells, right? But the question is how to can pinpoint how to we can do it in right way, right? If you just randomly use this nuclear accelerated charge particle, you could be destroy all more health cells than the bad one, the dangerous one. Conduct research to get the scientific evidence. Yes, you need to Google some articles and read first, right? Read them, download, and label the name, and then highlight some part you found interesting, and take some notes, right? That is a basic method to doing this research question. Analyze the data and identify the sufficient and relevant evidence. Yes, you have tools in this way. You can find where this data come from, either the research result or report in the media. Analyze the evidence. Yes, interpret evidence to construct a justified scientific argument. Yes, you can looking for evidence in support of your idea. And after you read this paper, you can follow up. You can see once you find a good research paper, always you can always just looking for the PDF file, right? Then you can find more from their reference. Each paper will have contain dozens of references, right? So once you find a few relevant reference, you can just explore their reference. That's all. Interpret your evidence to construct justified scientific. Interpret evidence to form the justified conclusion. Discuss the quality of evidence. So this is something that concern the teacher will concern the quality of evidence. So depending, you have search widely, right? You're not just confined to the internet. Sometimes people, for example, some reporters, read something, okay, and they are not professional. So you have to be, you can connect them, but you have to bear in mind that this kind of report in the mass media are not necessary as reliable as those published in the top tier international journals like Nature, right? If you see some particle from Nature and Science, they are more reliable than what you read from a television or newspapers. Or some organization. For example, some company want to promote some technology or services. They will ask some science writers to write something in favor of their business. So of course, in that case, and in many cases, that the report are biased. Okay, it's not evaluation claim, extrapolating the finding and research question to the claim. Yes, you do have the goal, right? If you believe that that is true or not true, then you should follow that to find the more supporting materials, suggest improvement, extension, or investigation. Yes, there always space to improve. For example, to update your result, to look at the more recent research result instead of the 50 or even more earlier result. And you can also perhaps expect to find the percentages of the more reliable sources by look at the research papers rather than mass media reports. Communicate finding in appropriate scientific journal, scientific essay. Yeah, so that is the format, right? It must be in the proper format. The tone and the phrasing must be appropriate for the scientific essay. These are very general requirements, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is the first time you write this type of investigative report.
We've done it twice before.
That's right. Yes. So basically, you have to select the topic, the area, and you probably will spend a week or two to find the probably at least several dozens of the reference, right? Then you can read and pick up some relevant claims and results, and then you can organize your writing to got your first draft. Right? Any other question?
No, I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
When I write, I'll find some sources and stuff and ask you about it again.
Sure.
And then see.
That's right. You see this, you just during your process of the research, please just put them into the file into proper file folder, right? And you can, because you don't have to spend too much time to redo it. You can, if you found that reference useful, you can just put use the proper format put into a draft now, right? At the end, at the end. Yeah, I think probably the 10 reference, that is the average number.
I think we can only use about 3.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy.
Yeah,
that's
like
easy.
we have 3 sources because it's 2,000 words.
Well, yeah. Well, in that case, you have to search a proper. You have not just you have probably search probably 5 sources, right? You have to select which is relevant or reliable than others. Yes, so this is basically how to do Google. It's good for you. You can Google, just download and also write take a note, and then you can draft your first draft. Yeah. If you have trouble to understand the physical idea, we can discuss further, right? But it sounds like if the accelerator, if you choose the fourth one, the accelerator is just increase the kinetic energy of the particle, flying particle, and that expect that flying particle with high energy can destroy the tissues, right, or bad tissues. And yeah, you have to make a decision between the last one and the second one. Right? What do you think, the second one or last one?
Probably the second one.
Yeah, second one is about energy issue. I think you can find more reference easily from the second topic, right?
Yeah.
Because using particle accelerator for the health is very specialized area. Okay. as I mentioned, that modern healthcare is not just dealing with cancer or tumor, but others as well. So I think this is and also besides, you have to start some medical. You have to some medical reference, right, in support of your claim. But the second one, is focused on energy crisis, the current energy crisis, because the solar energy is not very powerful. The wind energy is not reliable, right? This is what happened to in the South Australia, right? They have the blood. They use the depending on the wind and the solar, but they got big trouble.
Yeah.
So energy, alternative energy, and which also clean and also no pollution. That's one way. That is certainly the very ideal case. Okay. But you have to start the how to say feasibility. Have to start the feasibility, and also what is a realistic expectation? Say this century, middle of this century, or next century, we can confidently to realize the nuclear fusion. Otherwise, it's irrelevant. Do you agree? Otherwise, because if you cannot do something, how can you hope that current energy crisis could be solved? We have to find something soon. Not we can't wait, because once the electrical power use the fossil, use the coal, shut down, then we have shortage of the electricity. That is for sure. You see, even the electrical cars still require the charger, right? Some people think the electrical car is a solution, but it's not. They still depend on electricity generation, right? So they are all relevant. Of course, this is what is the audience? Is that the audience for the? Why do they discuss this in the as a physics assignment? Is for the government policymaker, or for people in physics, or just they didn't say. Probably that's for physics teacher, right? They want to hear more about this. Yeah.
Usually they say what the context is, but I guess they just want us to research this.
I'm sure you can find a lot of reference by just kicking out to use some keywords here. And I'm sure this issue also must have been discussed by other authors or students, right? Because this is this is practical issue, and although this is just a school assignment, but I'm sure you can find a reference. Are you tired? If you're tired, you can take a break.
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay.
I think I'll compare the nuclear fusion to another form of energy, like solar or hydro electricity, and see which one is more relevant, like which one is better. And then if the other one's better, I can say that nuclear fusion is not the solution to current energy crisis.
You're right. That is new idea. You don't have to focus on this hypothetical solution, right? You have to, another thing is concerning the time. Okay, we can't waiting for another half century, to use this imagined, or how to is expected nuclear power. We have to use a parallel approach, right? Several approach at the same time. But if one day, if that is realized, then surely we can free of any energy crisis. But before that, we have to be careful. Even we can build nuclear power with current form is nuclear fusion, right? The worldwide, at the moment, the nuclear power plant worldwide are based on nuclear fusion, not fission, not fusion, fission. So it's a division of the nuclear, heavy nuclear. Fusion is we know the phenomena, but it's at the moment you cannot initiate in a controllable way. So that is a big challenge. It's a big challenge. No, not this one. No. Fission.
Yeah.
Not this one. Yeah. No, this use fusion. That's right. Yeah. Fusion. X. How to spell? Fusion.
Fusion is FU.
X. Yeah. You have used X. Fission.
I think it's just my writing. Fission.
Okay. Right. Fission. All right. Not X. SS. You're right. Not X. So that's the assignment, right? So you get a proposal first. What's your request? You have formulated research question as usual, right?
Oh yeah, I haven't done that yet because I didn't go to school for last week. But,
okay.
It's due next
2 weeks, 2 months. Oh, 2 months. Oh, that's okay. Take time. Yeah, take time.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing will be finding the sources.
Well, you just Google, you see. Google nowadays, you don't have to go to library. When I was a student, we have to oblige to visit the library. We went to the the inside library and we have to photocopy this, and it's tedious. But nowadays, you just Google them and you download the PDF file. Yeah. Easy.
So should we draft up some research questions?
Yes, you can think about research if you choose the second one, right? The energy problem. So can we totally depend on the nuclear fusion to solve the energy crisis? What do you think? You can come up with different questions.
Totally independent.
Oh, what do you mean? Can we totally depend on the nuclear fusion? To solve the current energy crisis?
Is it more expensive than the other options?
Who knows? Because they're still developing, okay? If one day they say, we can solve the problem, but you have built this factory, right? And the factory costs $1 billion, who knows? The big trouble is that they need to create a high temperature environment in order to initiate the nuclear fusion reaction. That costs money. You can do some research, very costly, because you have used energy to heat this hydrogen in the first place. I think the number is 10 to power 10 Kelvin. 10 to 10 Kelvin. You can write that. You can take this note. The temperature is as high as 10 to 10. 10 to power 10. Yeah.
Oh.
Index 10 Kelvin. It's huge. It's very hot. It is very difficult to generate that heat, or generate that environment in the first place. Even one day, I guess, even they can realize that controlled fusion, you have to initially to use a large number of you have built very complicated facilities in the first place. Energy-wise is not an issue because once you generate the energy, then you can use that to generate energy to sustain that fusion reaction. However, it's very difficult to make it happen in the first place. So the reason I ask this question is that probably it's not, right? It's if we currently we need this solution desperately, but there's no guarantee when this technology is available. So we still be in trouble. See, if you are talking about energy crisis, which means that without a sufficient supply of energy, the economy will collapse. You see, and so that we can't wait that long. That's probably very the question. What do you think? Any question you can come up with?
Is nuclear fusion better than solar power in terms of solving the energy crisis? But like I research aspects of it, so like the energy produced, the cost, or
oh yes, actually the fusion, this you put it another way, the energy is generated by the nuclear fission is a clean and as the solar energy we received. So the difference is the solar energy is in the distance, okay? Therefore, by the time the energy reach to our planet, the temperature, the radiation is not strong enough. If we could generate the nuclear fusion, which means that we can bring many small sun on the Earth. That is the idea, you see. Not the big sun, but a small sun to Earth. So therefore, with that the source, the heat, then we can generate any amount of electricity we want. But it sounds like a fairy tale, right? We'll talk about, people have talked about over half centuries now. But yes, indeed, it is more in terms of the raw material. They use less material than the current nuclear plant. Which use uranium, which is but depending on which you compare, that is probably the only advantage is compared with nuclear, the currently used nuclear fission technology. Otherwise, without the nuclear fusion, the current nuclear power is the most efficient, economical energy generation technology.
So
another thing probably you could look at is that whether the product, any byproduct generated by this nuclear fusion, you can do some search, right? Because normally after fusion and the nuclear became stable intermediate nuclear, unlike the nuclear fission we used. Because nuclear fission we have a lot of byproduct. These byproducts still radioactive for 100 or even 1,000 years. That's a big issue for environment because you have somehow to bury them at the bottom of the sea, right? And so you can do some search for that, whether any harmful byproduct for the nuclear fusion. I haven't considered this issue, but certainly is that it is a big issue for build a nuclear power plant without the reliable solution for the waste treatment. namely the byproduct from this radioactive nuclear material.
I could also compare it to other forms of.
You could, but if you compare other yes, certainly you just need the ordinary water to feed the power plant. If we can realize that.
What else could we do?
Yeah, what you can do is just probably you can search now. You can if you want if instead of share, can you just go to Google? I can watch you how do you search. Can you just search some reference now? You can see nuclear fission technology. Can you see the history and current development? That is probably a starting point, right? For you to yeah, this sounds like big organization, right? What is the WNA?
Yeah, that's pretty credible.
Credible, right? Okay. This World Nuclear Association. Okay. Yes, probably you can read their website. Sometimes they because this after all is a physics assignment, right? You probably have talked something technology, a technical term such as what is a nuclear reaction formula, right? And you have to say particular elements, which elements, as say which isotope is used to generate this sound. But this starting from the sun, right? Massive gravitational force create the right condition for the fusion. Yeah, that is a hypothesis why the nuclear fission occur in the sun. That is called due to gravity with the current technology. You see, this is not the scientific. It's not a scientific website, right? Yeah. This is more like the policy making, promoting this technology, right? Fusion technology, fusion research. Can you go to fusion research? Can you click that fusion? No. Same page. Can you just look at it? Can you return to this website? Can you see there's at that corner at yeah, you can the contents, right? Can you go to the fusion research?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's just summary, very short, very briefly. This started from the 60s. Yes, over half centuries now. Fusion power always been about 40 years away. Well, I don't think this is just a projection, right? How do you know this? By 40 years, we should be able to use that where there is some truth. Did you say when they can realize it's likely to get this power? So there will be significant development in research into the inertial fusion energy. What is inertial fusion? Construction of the 7 million national ignition facility. That's right. Can you see? Can you see this is a facility I'm talking about? It's not cheap, right? It's not cheap. Yeah. And to initiate this nuclear fission, you need to build the very expensive facilities, utilities, in orange. Yeah, you can certainly, but this is just one source, right? And do they have projection of the? Do they talking about the timeline or when will be likely you can? It is I noticed 40 years that they say, right? Commercial development power has always been about has always been about 40 years away. But there is some truth to this. Many breakthroughs have been made. Okay, you can search. Yeah, What can you just search the current breakthrough in nuclear power development, nuclear fusion power? Recent breakthrough. Well, you guys use in nuclear fusion technology. Yeah. Nuclear fusion. Yeah, from time to time you will see this headline. But yeah, this is key apparatus they have to build. This is called the tokamak. Is it tokamak? This is called the tokamak, I think. This is this is a container of this high temperature plasma. Therefore, by increase that temperature and the plasma getting very hot, and I think they claim that they can. Yeah, this you can read. You can download and read this. What means the first night fission? Can you read this part? What did they observe?
They found a way to increase the amount of energy that was produced. Which is
their input, right? So for the first time, the input energy output is not larger than input, right?
Oh,
that's good. That's good news. Good news.
Yeah. And
yeah, these are the facilities, very expensive facilities. You have to glance at it. So therefore, it's not, although it's the energy itself is the source itself is good, but there's no guarantee we can build that facility.
In China, they managed to maintain a temperature that was 5 times the temperature at the core of the sun for 17 minutes and 36 seconds.
Yeah, that could be, you can quote these numbers, and that kind of record, right?
Yeah.
But and also you can discuss the implication. Why is that 70 minutes very long is not enough, right? It's not enough.
But it was 5 times temperature at the core of the sun.
Oh, that sounds a little bit progress have been made, right?
Yeah.
5 times. Yeah, you can copy and paste to your Word file. What you can do, you can copy this part and go to you can directly paste to your Word file, and then you can write this website as a source. Okay. Yeah, you can use a new file. You can open the new file, Word file, and you can build this reference in this way. Yeah, if that could be the recent development. I didn't know that.
If it's 5 times the temperature at the core of the sun,
I didn't look into that report, but certainly anything relevant you can copy that we can discuss, because you see this issue is not as simple as go shopping around, right? You buy different apples from different suppliers. It's not simple as that. And also for the purpose of their funding, sometimes they exaggerate their outcome, right? Because nobody can confirm their claim.
Yeah.
That is something you can discuss in your final sections. So you can also paste their you have done that. So that is probably your first reference, right? You can continually build this reference. I think not confined to 3. You can go through over 5 to start with, because who knows? You have to choose among these reference. Any other issue we can discuss? We can also perhaps discuss the. So what you have also describe what is the current energy crisis. That is different from the particular energy solution, right? Just imagine it would be if they have target to stop use car CO2 at a certain say 20 years from now, right? What would be the case? What is the demand of the current electricity, the energy demand, and how much at the most they can build by use alternative energy generation without this nuclear fusion solution, right? This is something you can do some quantitative, right? You can find the trend line and get some projection of the energy demand, right? As I said, so also you can discuss that the electrical car doesn't solve this energy problem. They probably can make a city clean, but not necessary. We still have depend on the power supply, electricity generation in the first place. So you can project that how many car we use, right? And each car, what is how much energy? So you have to project the demand. And then you can look at all present available alternative energy, such as solar, wind, and hydro. Anything else? Wind, hydro, biofuel. I mean, biofuel itself is not clean, right? The burning thing.
Yeah, because it has a lot of fossil fuel.
Yeah, that's right. That's probably what you need to do at this stage. You see, today is just like brainstorming, right? So you think divergently and then eventually focus on several directions or topics. Yeah, so build some reference before you say or write anything, right? Because this is an investigative issue. But you can outline, you can took a summary of what we discussed today, such as you saw what is how difficult that energy technology can be realized, right? And there's no guarantee. So therefore, and so even that is true. But you don't have, of course, you have focused on the current, the original claim.
Yeah.
Because there is no guarantee, we have to consider the alternative energy technology, right? I think that's what you can do. Yeah. You take it easy. It's you just watching some videos clip and find some persons. Sometimes you can also follow the person's name. For example, every field have some expert, right? So you can identify one or two or organizations, and they can find reference. Maybe they have that UK. You certainly need to visit this UK research center. I don't know where, but you can get some of their report, right? And that's probably useful. But I can tell you, there's it's very unlikely, because I also hope that one day we can get free energy for all. But that sounds too good to be true. Too good. It's
probably going to take a very long time.
Very long time. Yeah. Yes, maybe the new crisis, you see, other than energy, you see, we cannot just fix one problem with just. So that is why this type of research is relevant to real life, right? Unlike this acceleration or high energy physics, they just merely focus on some hypothetical particles.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how to develop a research question.
Well, you can read that. So basically, I have told you. So basically, do some research. Okay, you can draft. For example, by writing the outline, you draft. For example, you put some keywords for each sections, and then you can expand it into paragraphs.
Yeah.
And 2,000 words, not too many words. 2,000 words, you can easily achieve 2,000 words.
Yeah.
But be getting familiar with this terminology they used in that context, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you actually write your own, you have make sure the reader where you are not using foreign language. You have to get familiar with their tone, their notation, and their meaning of if different terminologies involved.
Mm-hmm.
So read is good. Read more at the beginning, at the first few weeks. Just read and connect to your references.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more question?
No, not really.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll stop here now.